Low-tech is the show. Low-tech.
You're not even dressed yet.
I tried like 3 times to get it right, and it's just not happening.
Take it off.
Bow now. That's lame. Welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody. Hi. We're making TV. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about, like that. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you.
And I'm Sarah Underwood. We're coming to you live from the Dayport Studios in Los Angeles.
On the show today, look out. It's a woman on wheels. Candace Bailey continues her AOTS Vision Quest, and this time she's racing go-karts with Blair Herter. Hopefully no one commits a whimsical vehicular homicide. Then we'll unwrap a $500 Yamaha 5.1 home theater system on the Gadget Prawn Holiday Gift Guide. Find out if you'll be sticking your head between some subwoofers for Christmas.
Plus, a big decision that affects the future of the internet was made today. Find out how it could forever change your web surfing in the loop. And Chris Gore brings us movies full of bank robbing, demon stabbing, and spy hunting when he reviews The Town, Devil and Salt on DVD Tuesday.
All right, it's time to stuff our stockings with faxes, everybody. Hey!
Santa Fax Bear is here, and this is how he works.
You guys, flip a coin at home. If you get heads, send us stuff to 323-692-4488.
And if it's tails, fax whatever you have to 323-954-2994. We also have a website you can use, g4tv.com/fax.
Send us notes, drawings, whatever. Just no wiener pictures, please. Wiener dog pictures, fine. As long as your wiener's nowhere in the frame.
Yeah.
Keep it clean, or the fax bear will maul it before it gets on the air. It's a little rabbit. Are you gnawing on your beard there, fax bear? Or are you wearing it? Which one are you doing?
Ow.
There we go. Who's the fax bear? Who's my little fax bear?
I like how you're completely getting dressed.
I don't. It failed, so I said screw it. I'm gonna take it all off and roll this. We're gonna roll these sleeves up and get this done. We're just gonna make some TV.
Yeah, why not?
Great, let's do it.
Time now to see what's coming down the internet's chimney.
I hope it's not coal. Let's go around the net. I'll fix this. I'll fix it under the. Hold on.
Now we have mic issues.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it under the. Today's number 5 item is a cautionary tale.
People, how many times do we have to tell you? If you want to stage your...
this at home? Can you hear the shirt? Sorry, I just didn't know if you could as I was doing the mic.
I couldn't hear anything. I think you're good.
Golden, sorry.
Good,
Continue.
okay. If you want to stage a recreation of the famous underwear dancing scene from Risky Business, that is fine.
Yes, just make sure you clear the room of obstacles first. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up like that's hilarious. That's actually the #1 cause of damage to dinette sets in upper middle class homes today. All right?
Won't someone please think of the flatware? What?
You got me in rehearsal. It got me here. It was good.
I don't understand. What did I do?
It was a great line.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't write it.
But you sold it.
I did.
You sold it.
Pat on the back. In number 4 today, maybe you haven't been outside lately, but the weather sucks from coast to coast.
Yes, and in Spokane, Washington, the roads suck too. It's the holidays. You know, some people look forward to gingerbread lattes every year, but my holiday tradition is the slow motion car crash. I just refresh YouTube until I see lives being ruined.
Yeah, 'tis the season to up your insurance premiums.
Yeah, it's kind of like God was practicing his curling moves with a bunch of subcompacts or something.
Absolutely.
Big curler fan out here, huh? You love that curling humor. Yeah. Jesus with his broom, just getting in there. Oh.
He's going like this. No, don't say that. In at number 3 today.
I said it was God curling. Whatever.
At number 3 today, someone forgot to fill this cop with Christmas cheer.
Seems that it's fine to dirt bike as long as your wheels don't touch the highway. So watch as this dickish officer writes up a hapless biker while ignoring a much more blatant abuse of the law.
What's your name? Corey. What are you doing on the highway? I didn't see him on the highway. You were on the highway. What are you talking about? You were on the highway. I'm stopping you. Well, I'm not taking. Where's your license? What the hell? Hey. What about him? Well, he didn't hit the highway.
So wait, driving your dirt bike on the road is a ticketable offense.
Yeah.
But doing badass jumps over the cop's head isn't? I don't get it.
It's, well, it's Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, laws don't have to make sense there. It's Texas.
I'd like everyone to take a minute and remember the Star Wars holiday special.
Oh God, no, don't.
Please.
Don't even think about it for a second.
Come on.
No, it was a TV disaster, and it was disowned by George Lucas after it aired in 1978. But now, internet funny man Scott Gardner and the team at Funny or Die have found a long-lost Tron holiday special. It's just as awful.
Tonight, a Yuletide treat for the whole family. It's the Tron Holiday Special. Most of your favorite characters are back. Dan Shore as Ram, Bob Neal as Guard Number 2, Pierre Vuillemier as Tank Gunner, and many more. With special guests including TV's Mr. Cotter and Gabe Kaplan.
Guys, we gotta get the Compton presents to the orphanage, Grit, or there's not gonna be a Cyber Christmas.
Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise.
You're the man. Let's go.
And appearances by Vicki Lawrence as Mama, NFL running back O.J. Simpson, the gang from Fraggle Rock, and the one and only Santa Claus. Featuring the music of Jefferson Starship. Laserbacks, Christmas nights, we are the thought leaders, the Yuletide kings.
This is for you.
A copy present for me? I've never processed so much joy data.
Merry Cyber Christmas Master Control Program.
Okay, well, you three get a room, especially you, Fancy.
Rip Taylor?
I know who it is. It ain't Rip Torn. Oh, Rip Torn.
Join the fun with the Tron Holiday Special, 8/7 Central, followed by a very Battlestar Galactic Christmas.
Guys, we gotta get the Tron back. Tron!
I just hope in the future, forget light cycles, I want laser fetty. That was awesome.
I want to give myself some nerd cred here. I went and saw Tron this weekend. Yeah. Seen it.
You did?
And whatever that was, still has stronger narrative than Tron Legacy.
Well, I think no one's actually seen Tron for the story. Like, they do it because they have medical marijuana prescriptions. What else are you gonna do? But what was your excuse? Did you wandered on in?
I thought it looked good. No.
Yeah? You thought? And what did you think when you left?
I wanted to be able to come back to work today and know what I was talking about and be like, hey, I saw Tron.
And how's your soul?
It's good. It's a little confused.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's shattered and empty. You think you're doing the right thing for the old program, and it's like, oh, I totally effed my life, right?
What just happened?
Still ahead, everybody. It's a Christmas fail miracle.
Dial 911 is a gravity-defying number 1 ATN up next.
We have truly saved the best for last.
Yeah, our number 1 ATN features a leap of faith.
Yes, and this holiday, one man's prayers clearly not answered.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh.
That was good.
Ho, ho, ho. You're in a coma.
Oh, I saw. Okay, all right, that was good. I'll give you that. Let me check. Let me run it again. Let me try one. I want to try one. Consider that trash taken out.
If you had to vote, who did it better? Hello? I get it. Kev's the permanent host, okay.
No. You're wonderful.
Kissing his booty. You guys are kissing his butt.
I think Sarah did better. What do you guys think? I think Sarah's. Did you like Sarah's? Did you like Sarah's? Was it Sarah's the best? What was your favorite part of Sarah's? The whole thing, right? It was so good.
Thank you so much.
Smells over there. Is that you, Bruce? Seriously. Yeah, all right, no worries.
Get back to work.
I couldn't know if you were saying no or if you were trying to disperse the scent. I didn't know what was going on. Whatever.
All right.
Is it Tuesday? Yeah.
All right. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
But now it is time for a vision quest. I think they left the mushrooms behind the podium, if you'll excuse me.
No, Kevin, no.
I have some in my dressing room. I can get them there.
It's time for Candace's Nerd Vision Quest. This time, she met up with Blair Herter for a death car match.
I like mushrooms.
When I first heard that I'd be racing for part of my Vision Quest, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
What, you don't want to dress like an Italian-American stereotype and participate in a go-kart race? To the death, race.
Yeah, I got that from the title. I like your camel toe.
And you look Oshkosh be gosh, you're stupid.
You look like a deranged pedophile.
Into it.
So you want to show me around?
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
All right, we are on a vision quest, so it's only appropriate that I choose spirit guides for us. And I think I've done a really good job. A ninja for myself because ninjas are awesome. And for you, Sexy Yeti.
Oh, really?
He's like a friend of a cousin, he's like dentist. No, because he sucks. So I'm gonna take the ninja, the Yeti. Moving on to the go-karts. So the go-karts are loaded down with every tool you need to ensure my victory and your defeat. We've got some water balloons, bananas, bombs, and then we've got some pies, because remember, whoever wins this race lives, who loses dies.
How about instead of dying, we just have the loser buy lunch?
That's cool. I'll do that.
Okay,
I'll do that instead.
In order to fulfill one's vision quest, one must be able to overcome great obstacles at breakneck speeds. A go-kart racetrack filled with the most treacherous obstructions known to man. Candy-filled piñata of doom. Inflatable air-eating sharks. Plastic luchadors from the dollar store. Robots with non-working lasers. And the dreaded inflatable jock. Time to find out if I have what it takes to conquer this course.
On your mark, get set!
Wait, Blair, before we go!
Oh, come on!
Go! First out of the gate, I plowed into the first obstacle, but Blair was hot on my tail and closed on my lead. Blair was able to capture the lead, but made a fatal mistake. With some help from the luchadors, Blair was wrestled into the rail. Blair got free and took some revenge on a luchador. Out of nowhere, that stealthy ninja overtook me, but I showed him who owns this course. With pedal to the metal, Blair was hot on my ass.
Yeti, rub yourself!
Passing the ninja and Yeti, Blair did his best to catch up, only to be denied at the finish line.
What happened?
I think you know what happened. I won.
All right, here.
Wow, sore loser. You owe me lunch.
I'm free for déjeuner.
No. Get away from me.
I think it's time we check in with the old AOTS Fax Bear. What do you say?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Fax Bear! Aw, thanks, Santa Fax. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Okay. Great camera awareness, Santa Fax Bear. Thanks for that.
What is this?
Yogi Bear being punched in the nuts by a grizzly. That's awesome. I'm actually totally okay with that. I have to take my niece to see this over the Christmas break, so I will want to punch him in the nuts as well.
I like mine. What we will get to see on Attack of the Show today, Kevin inline skating and me
not inline, aggressive inliner, thank you. At least he got it right.
I like how I'm doing the more manly of the things. I really like that.
You absolutely are. There's no denying that. I'm wearing hot shorts and a tie, apparently, when I rollerblade. That's the way. That's the way the fruit booters do it.
Right?
I think this is a Monocle Smile reference for the, the Old Spice thing. But am I in a Harry Potter thing? What's going on? Does anybody see what's going on around it? Fantastic. Great. It's not like this is an original. Toner!
And we got this other one, Merry Christmas G4. He's got a little candy cane stuck up his nose. So cute.
We'll have a WTF segment on that fetish very soon. But thank you. Is that from Emily?
Oh, yes.
Emily Raver of New York. Raver, what? Fax Bear was throwing the rave hands. Yeah. Hey, flip a coin and send your fax to the appropriate number.
Or use your computing machine to send us a fax by heading over to g4tv.com/fax.
It's that easy.
Still ahead, it's an iPad gaming round. Up with Monopoly HD and Eternal Legacy in Web Tools.
And later on DV Tuesday, Chris Gore reviews The Town, Salt, and Devil, or as we like to call it, M. Night Shyamalan's scary elevator movie thing. The end of the year is upon us, and what better way to celebrate than by bumping your speakers loud with some free beats. Coming off a huge year playing big festivals like Coachella, Ultra, and Nocturnal, electronic artist Pretty Lights has recently dropped out of time, one of the 8 free tracks from his latest EP entitled Glowing in the Darkest Night. This album is the third in a trilogy of EPs released this year, each one more climactic and fused with electro rock than the other.
When I was small.
Next, you may know this gentleman as the opening act for Conan O'Brien's North American Theater Tour, but in reality, Reggie Watts is much more than a talented comic. Using live loop effects that allow him to create medleys of beatboxing, singing, and rapping on the same track, Mr. Watts brings us a live version of Thus Far, Alternate.
Nothing on the car, nothing on the brush.
Lastly, if you're looking for that all-inclusive 2011 New Year's Eve mix, then you need to check out Panty Raid, the sum of 2 West Coast producers making what they call audio fondling your girlfriend. This 2010 mini-mix is 18 minutes of hard-hitting, party-banging dubstep mixed with experimental instrumentation, free and healthy for your ear holes. All 3 tracks are gifts from the artist to you, so what are you waiting for? Get online and grab some free beats.
Wrong love tonight. We'll come again.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Tuesday, December 21st, and here are your top stories. After years of back and forth, the Federal Communications Commission announced its rules upholding the principle of net neutrality today. The new guidelines will prohibit wired internet service providers from blocking access to any legal sites or services. They're also barred from slowing down or limiting access to services like BitTorrent. The new rules, however, do allow websites with deep pockets to pay ISPs for faster access to subscribers. That means not all traffic is equal. Sites who pay the price will benefit from faster delivery of videos, images, and games to their users. The agreement is a major compromise between those who wanted stronger regulations and those who wanted none at all. And we'll have more on the debate in today's Loop. Gamers just got a stocking stuffer from Valve. Today, the company's holiday sale continues, and that means huge discounts on some of Steam's most popular downloadable titles. Among today's biggest bargains, you can pick up Resident Evil 5 or BioShock 2 for $10. Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light is just $5. And Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords is $1.50. Can you believe it?
That's cheap.
Yeah, real cheap. For a full list of bargains and bundles, go to steampowered.com and hurry, because the sale ends January 2nd. And finally, it's time for the Fark.com story of the day. A festive holiday flash mob has resulted in a mall evacuation. Fox News is reporting that 5,000 people entered the Roseville Galleria to see a flash mob organized by a Northern California choir. And then the floor started creaking and shifting. The flash mob was supposed to sing the Hallelujah chorus, but instead wound up being part of an orderly evacuation when it looked like the assembled crowd weighed more than the food court floor could handle. So either the mall needs some serious upgrades or the choir fans need to seriously diet. Merry Christmas, you guys. Eat a salad. I'm Sarah Underwood, and shut up. I know it wasn't that funny. Don't mock me. I do what I can. You've just been fed.
Something about you telling people to eat a salad is enjoyable to me. The FCC has big plans for net neutrality, and experts say they could actually lead to a dark day for the internet. All my days on the internet are actually rather dark, but what does it mean for you? It's the Loop. Joining me from San Francisco to help us make sense of it all, chief political correspondent for CNET, Declan McCullough joins us, everybody. How are you, good sir?
Hey, howdy. Good to be here.
It's always a pleasure to have you here, especially on a day like today where, depending upon the website you refresh, either it's a big day for internet freedom or unplug your modem and run for the hills, you're going to die. The FCC moved to adopt net neutrality, promising to keep the internet open for everyone. How do you or I, your sort of average consumers, the folks watching at home, do we stand to benefit from this, or was this a bad thing today?
Well, we don't know all the details yet, right? I mean, the FCC announced 3 two-partisan votes, 3 Democrats, 2 Republicans. You kind of knew what was going to happen in advance. They announced that they were going to come up with these regulations, but we haven't seen the regulations yet. It's going to be 100 pages or so, I'm hearing. Give them a month to release that, and then I can give you a better answer. But right now, what it means is kind of maintaining the status quo, because these regulations are going to be challenged in court. This could be tied up for 3 years. But right now, and for the foreseeable future, nothing will change in terms of your wireless connections. Most providers, AT&T, Verizon, they say you can't say download gigabits and gigabits upon stuff from BitTorrent with your iPhone because you're just going to clog the network, which kind of makes sense, and that's something that the FCC said could continue. That is, those regulations as part of your terms of service agreement, acceptable use policy, those can stand.
Well, what about the slippery slope argument, Declan, that, okay, well, today that's fine, but if these rules stand in 5, 10, 15 years' time when theoretically all broadband could be wireless and high speeds, then we have no net neutrality. Shouldn't we then run to the hills now? Isn't now the time to set something on fire?
Maybe, but let's think about this. There have never been any net neutrality rules that have applied to the internet, and you know the life hasn't ended. In fact, I mean my job exists only because of the internet. I suspect that yours might as well at some level. And so we've had no net neutrality rules. Life is not over. In fact, life is doing pretty well. So the danger is that the FCC said to wired broadband providers, the Comcast and DSL providers of the world, that we now have the authority, we're claiming the authority to regulate your network management practices. You can do what is reasonable, but you can't do what's unreasonable, but they didn't say what is which. And so if I were AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, I'll be scratching my heads and saying, what does this mean? If you have a benign FCC in the future, it probably doesn't mean much. It means that they're going to take a relatively laissez-faire approach and only really crack down when broadband providers require it. But you could also have a much more regulatory FCC, which is what the groups like Free Press and Media Access Project and Public Knowledge would like.
Declan, I'm sorry, I got to stop you. You're not spraying unnecessary amounts of fear all over this discussion, and it's quite frankly, it's bothering me. What about my Netflix?
I'll try harder.
Are they going to take my Netflix? I keep hearing I'm going to lose my Netflix.
Your Netflix is gone. I'm sorry. You can blame the FCC and the Obama administration. It's a Democratic conspiracy.
Yes! Run to the hills! Set them on fire! Okay, you said, Declan, that, of course, 100 pages, it's going to take a few months before we find out. The provisions that were voted on today, when could this go into effect? When will we know more information?
The way the FCC works, they do the vote, and then they actually write what they're voting on. This is an entirely backwards process. You have to I have to apologize for them. They live in D.C. And so then once the regulations come out in, say, a month, these will be preliminary ones, and the final ones maybe half a year later. And so that's actually when it would take effect. So give them 6 months or thereabouts.
So, Declan, if I could summarize your points here today, it's BitTorrent everything you can in the next 6 months because they're coming for your Netflix.
Well, and also, this is a wonderful political battle. Let's not forget the politics. The reason we had this today, even though there's really no huge net neutrality harm that needs fixing, is that the president said in 2008, I want to do net neutrality, and so they basically, the Democratic-dominated FCC came out with something so he could check it off his list of campaign promises, but the Republicans are already saying, once we take over the House next month,
right.
once I'm Speaker, we're going to put the kibosh to this. And so this is going to be this wonderful battle. You have the tax battle last week was big.
It's so
this
good.
Will be even more
it's so
fun.
good. And we're going to have to throttle Al Franken because he's going to take all of our bandwidth complaining about it online as well. But Declan, I can't thank you enough for joining us. Declan McCullough from CNET, thank you for keeping us in the loop, sir. We appreciate it. And Mr. Franken, I would really like to chat with you about it. Seriously. But now let's go over to our web tools provider of choice, Miss Sarah Underwood.
Really? No more Netflix?
They're coming for your Netflix!
You've got an iPad, we've got the games for it.
So you've got a stocking stuffed with gift cards and you're ready to get your game on. Well, here are some of the latest iPad games to help you take the stress off of your shoulders. Who doesn't love Monopoly? It's an American classic, but pieces go missing and it can be a pain in the ass to set up. Well, not anymore, with Monopoly HD. In this update to the classic, the rules are the same. Collect as much property as possible and bankrupt your opponents. But now gameplay has been streamlined. The dice are controlled by swiping and your cash and properties are organized for easy accessibility. There are even customizable rules like bonuses for free parking and loaded dice. As for opponents, the AI comes in several difficulties, and with co-op, the game allows up to 4 players via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi and can be linked up with your iPhone. You can even play it like the old-fashioned tabletop. Who says board games are dead? Feeling your capitalistic chops? Well, then head on down to Boardwalk Avenue and pick up Monopoly HD for $10. But if you need a little adventure, then whip out your magic wands with LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. In this top-down puzzler, you take control of the young wizard and his friends as you journey through his early years at Hogwarts. Cruise around by broomstick, cast spells, and put the smack down on he who shall not be named. And as you defeat enemies and solve puzzles, you'll pick up small LEGO pieces that will enable you to unlock characters and find hidden collectibles. But beyond the great gameplay is the even greater story. Play through all of the classic moments from Potter's past, from the Sorting Hat to the Tri-Wizard Tournament. You want a pitch-perfect story with hours of gaming? Then swing by Gringotts and grab Harry Potter for $5. And finally, if you've been craving a role-playing epic, look no further than Eternal Legacy. In this Japanese-style RPG, you take the role of Atrigan, a spiky-haired swordsman who's attempting to save his world from destruction. As you quest across the land, fight mobs, and add members to your party, each with their own skill sets like healing and range attacks. Combat is turn-based, and as you defeat epic monsters, you'll gain experience to upgrade your characters and equipment. Beyond the main adventure, there are several side quests to keep you gaming for hours in this sci-fi fantasy world. This game is perfect if you're looking to fill that Final Fantasy VII hole in your life. The diverse, open-world environment looks fantastic, and the controls are tight. Ready to level up? Then pick up Eternal Legacy for $10. Magic, money, and monsters. Yes, it's the season of giving. Just don't forget to give to yourself.
New DVDs have been unleashed on the world. Let's see if our next guest can tame them. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore. What is that?
Thank you.
What does that say? Who's naughty this year?
Maybe you.
No.
You never know.
Never. What's up first, Chris?
First, we have The Town.
Now Ben Affleck received a lot of acclaim as the director of this film. Was it well-deserved?
Definitely well-deserved. I mean, he's in front of and behind the camera with this one. It really speaks to his strengths. His strengths are Boston. Is Boston. That's the worst Boston accent ever. I should be fired for that.
I didn't notice that, but now that you say that, yeah.
Yeah, pretty awful. But no, it really does speak to his strength because he knows the people there, and he just enveloped himself in this world. And if you love The Departed, you'll like this as well.
How are the extras on the DVD?
Extras are great. I mean, like Ben Affleck, really, he's developed into a really solid director, and I love hearing him talk about film. The guy knows his stuff. One would not think necessarily from his earlier films. You know, the guy that you remember, Chasing Amy. I love that movie. I loved him in Chasing Amy.
You did.
Other films, not so much, but the guy knows his stuff, and I look forward to anything else he does.
Okay, well, what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is strong recommendation to rent this. Great heist movie.
Yeah. All right, what's our next DVD?
The next film is Salt, starring Angelina Jolie.
I saw that wonderful interview you did with her.
Yes. Yes.
There's 3 different versions of the film included on the Blu-ray edition, so what are the differences?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that would have made this, gotten this film an R. I mean, Angelina Jolie getting beat up, another subplot involving her husband, a lot of things that were more character-based. But the one thing is, you know, in the original theatrical cut, all the action is intact. The scene where, she's, racing over the tops of cars on a freeway, which is incredible. Yeah. In fact, that was going to be so expensive, they were going to cut it from the film, so they ended up shooting it on weekends just to get that footage. Huh. Philip Noyce, dedicated director. I admire that.
I have to agree. I loved that movie. The extras also include 3 audio commentary tracks. Worth listening to?
Yeah, for me. I mean, I listen to them all, but Philip Noyce, as a director who's done a lot of political intrigue, that's sort of his specialty. And just hearing him talk about this, the guy is really well informed about sleeper spies, which is what this whole thing is about. You could be a spy. We'd never know. You're embedded, you're here, you're a spy. Suddenly you wake up, and you're doing awful, terrible things.
What about me?
That's what a sleeper spy is.
What about me speak spy, really, Chris?
You could do it. You could do it. You never know.
So, Chris, what is the bottom?
Bottom line is another strong recommendation to rent.
Got it. Well, thank you, Chris. For more Gore, follow him on Twitter at @ChrisGore. And now back to little Kevy Cakes.
Hey, now come on, hang out with me. Hey! Hey! How was that? Today, Go Hack Yourself will spice up your flip cam videos with a do-it-yourself crane shot, because that home nut kick video of your brother obviously needs an aerial angle. Want to add adventure and excitement to your boring videos? Well, you can with the help from inexpensive, ultra-portable video cameras like the Flip. These versatile, lightweight shooters can boldly go places that would be impossible or unthinkable for a standard-sized, pricier video camera. To get impressive cinematic tracking shots and high-speed chase videos, just mount your flip cam to a radio-controlled car like this one. Now that you're mounted, set the camera to record and start your engines. By using a little pressure on the gas, you can get a steady shot that has the look and feel of a much more costly professional camera dolly. But if you really want to take advantage of your handheld camera's size, start inflating. That's right, easy-to-find helium-filled balloons can get you quick and dirty high-definition aerial shots. Start by taping your camera to the balloon strings so that the lens points downward and remains parallel to the ground. Then tie a rope or cord to your camera, that way there's no chance of it floating off into space. Set your camera to record and let her go. you have a tiny camera that weighs next to nothing, almost anything is possible. So grab that camera, charge up those RC car batteries, and go hack yourself. Should we check in with the old fax machine one more time?
Yeah,
let's do it. We got the fax machine. Fax Bear! Fax Bear! Oh, fix your neck, Fax Bear. All right.
It's hard to pick up those papers with those big paws.
Thanks, Fax Bear. Oh, someone sent in a dragon for Sir Jeremy of the Dragon Corner! Rawr, says that dragon.
And Kev, apparently, you know, they listened to you. They said, you said not to send wieners.
They sent wieners.
So technically they listened.
At least it wasn't mounted from the hole in the DVD. That's pretty cool.
Remember, we have 2 fax lines, so please use the appropriate fax line that you see on the screen.
And stay tuned. We've got subwoofers, everybody. We're going to review a 5.1 surround sound home theater on the Gadget Prom Holiday Gift Guide when we get back with wieners.
Kevin says, eat me.
That was for me, sorry. Oh, it's time for Gadgetpron.
Surround sound.
It's not just for rich bastards anymore. Deck the halls with booming sound this holiday season with the Yamaha YHT 494 home theater. Offering 5.1 surround sound out of a subwoofer, 2 satellites, and a front speaker, this system envelops your living room in 600 watts of dynamic audio without taking up space. The receiver also includes 4 HDMI inputs that are 3D ready, so you get the best possible experience, all for $500. Those remotes are getting drunk. Yeah. You gotta clean up all the notes off your hardwood floors. I don't know about the sound system. I'm not sold yet.
Well, let's see how you feel at the end of this, Kev.
Okay.
Don't give it away.
Numb.
The Yamaha YHT 494 home theater is an all-in-one system that comes with its own receiver, so you'll still need a DVD Blu-ray player, a sound bar for your center and front speakers, 2 rear surround speakers, and a subwoofer. It's pretty compact, but what do you think of the design?
I think just that. It is a nice little compact design. For a smaller room, this will be enough to do you right. I normally like dedicated standalone like kind of front speakers, but Yamaha, I mean, they've been doing the soundbar thing for ages. While this isn't quite a soundbar, I mean, you can see the individual speakers for center, left, and right. They understand positional audio, so they'll figure it out. There's more than enough ports in the back. You got an antenna. That's exciting. Audio video jacks, a port for a Yamaha iPod dock if you want to hook one of those bad boys up, and 4 HDMI inputs with 1 HDMI out, so you can route pretty much anything through this bad boy.
Now, for a theater in a box, how easy is this to set up?
Not as plug and play as other systems. It actually comes with 1 long piece of wire that you have to cut and strip yourself. That might sound daunting or confusing to most. I promise it's pretty simple, and what it allows you to do is really customize the length of the speaker cable so you don't have to spool a bunch of extra stuff or run short. Once you do that, though, it's pretty easy to figure out and set up. You plug the wires in.
Now, for those not familiar with sound systems, how's the interface?
It's pretty standard. Easy to understand button layout on the receiver. The programmable remote control will drink all your alcohol, but it does allow you to control your Blu-ray player and your TV. There are several different audio settings if you want to watch action films, sports films, snuff, video games, etc. Here's the problem though. No auto config option. That's a missing thing that should be in every system now, where you plug in the microphone, you put it in the center of the room, and you yell at everybody to be quiet, and then a cell phone goes off, then like a cat sneezes, and it takes you an hour to automatically set up your system. Not here. So you have to read the manual, and optimize your system. Look, you can do it. You'll figure it out. It's not that bad, but I wish it did have the optimizer mic.
Now, this system can put out up to 600 watts of audio, but how does it sound?
It sounds awesome. Yeah! It really does. It's some of the best surround sound we've heard in this price range, to be honest. Even with the volume at high levels, there was no distortion. The mids got a little lost, but overall, the highs and the lows sounded about equal. The surround sound works. You can really tell which direction the sound is coming from, which is sort of the point. It's also 3D compatible for those who have 3D systems, or if you're looking to upgrade in the future and add a 3D TV, this thing will be future-proof. Really impressive sound.
You can get this home theater system in a box for $500.
Yes.
Is it a buy or don't buy?
it's a buy. Great sound quality for its price, easy to set up. Again, remember, you're gonna have to cut and strip the wires yourself, but it's not that hard. Don't worry about it. And there are enough ports to handle all your media players, your consoles, and your whatnots.
That is it for Gadget Prawn.
Yes, but stay tuned. More faxes on the way, everybody. Yeah, I know. We got a couple more. So you stay there. Let's say goodbye to 2010 and hello to a new year, a new look, a new co-host, and more of all the stuff you care about. The all-new Attack of the Show starts on 1/11/11. Go to g4tv.com/new AOTS to find out more. Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. The Gadget Prawn Holiday Gift Guide continues with a new 3D Plasma TV from Samsung that may be the best TV we've ever reviewed. Then we send Candace Bailey on a LEGO Star Wars AOTS Vision Quest. We'll find out if she can build a 3,800-piece LEGO Death Star in record time. And wrap your package extra tight. It's a holiday edition of Break Moments in De-Evolution. See it tomorrow. I bet all of those videos ended well.
Sure. It is time. It is time for today's epic fail.
Oh, I thought maybe it was time for you and I to get a little closer as hosts. Okay, we'll run the video. Did you notice I didn't let go? You tried to let go, but this is a vicious grip.
Thing to do at the beginning
Give me
of
an inch, take it a mile. And I'll come to your side of the podium. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, that got weird for me too. I'm sorry. This fail, not that one. This other fail comes to us from Saturday's NHL game between the Flyers and the Rangers. And to be fair, I didn't even know that those hockey teams existed.
But thanks to this fail, now everybody knows about Rangers center Dale Weiss and his drinking problem.
Epic fail.
First NHL game,
And you know, before we say goodbye, great clip, by the way. Yeah. Before we say goodbye, let's check in with the old AOTS Facts Bear one more time. Yeah, I think we should. What do you got for us, Facts Bear? All right. You'd be so vocal about it.
Thank you so much.
We have time for one. Do you want to do yours?
Sure.
Yeah, yours is appropriately weird. Go ahead and show it off.
No words.
Yeah. But there is a little guy on his hat with a horn. The Ricola guy. Thanks to our guest Declan McCullough from CNET, Chris Gore. Thanks to Sarah Underwood for hosting with me. And thank you guys for being you. Stick around. Web Soup with Chris Hardwick starts right now.